And so, hello, my darlings. Welcome to your June reading. I am using the Divine Animals Oracle, followed by the Animal Apothecary Oracle, followed by the Animal Tarot for your reading today. Let's move straight into the reading and see what wishes to come out for those that most need to hear this message. And if it resonates with you, my darling, you are hearing it within your divine design. We have Seahorse. Equality has wished to come out for you. I feel that you are in thought, quite a lot of deep thought at this time about I feel it's a certain relationship that you feel within your heart space, you're feeling within those emotions that things aren't quite balanced between you. There isn't an equality, there isn't an equal give and take with what is happening right now. Now the seahorse, can see here these two seahorses that are sort of being held on a leash, on a chain here. And I know that within this imbalance that you're feeling, you recognize the importance of balance, and you're recognizing how you're feeling displaced and unbalanced because of it. You're recognizing that it doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you feel so that it doesn't make you feel that this is the right way forward. And that there should be much more give and take, much more with the seahorse's flow and fluidity, but it's not happening. It's almost like the movement isn't happening. The movement with the relationship isn't going the way that you thought it was going to go. Yeah, and balance in relationships is important. There very much should be the equal give and take, because otherwise we can fall into a pattern that was abnormal of doing too much for somebody else or not receiving in return. But then that abnormal becomes more and more and more normal, and suddenly we're left in a position of wondering, well, how do we get here from there? So let's see what wishes to come out with the Apothecary Oracle deck for you. Thank you. We have got immense growth with the bald-headed eagle here. So Spirit is, again, the pattern of things are not truly making sense for you at this time. And but you do have, where you are sitting right now, I come back to this card. So where you are sitting right now, you do have, you've kind of settled yourself in a space of really beginning to sit with this. And within the sitting with this consideration, this thought, this reflection of what is almost trying to get your attention, Spirit is trying to get your attention with the water crashing onto the rocks here. So there's been a sort of ebb and flow of emotions that perhaps sometimes you can sort of have receded away and you felt that everything was okay, and then they come crashing back in again. And within this space, which can be pretty scary, but also with it, you found so much courage and so much desire to come away from it feeling that you understand. You don't want to sit in this place anymore of misunderstanding. You want to come up and away from it and understand it. Now, the word immense here is to say there is exponential growth for you at this time, that you are growing through your thoughts, you are growing through what you're expressing at this time, and you're growing through your actions. You are expanding, my darling. Think a bit about energy expansion. And within that space where perhaps you might have been feeling huddled away and unhappy, actually beneath the surface, there's a whole load of great, immense shifts happening for you, because you are taking the time for yourself to think about the balance, the equality of this relationship, and how the imbalance is making you feel, and that you deserve more, my darling. So let's have a look to see with the tarot, first of all, what Spirit has to say about where you are. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm just sorry, just to come back to this card, my eyes, thank you, Spirit, are guided to 1 and 4 there. Do you see? So this is about a new approach, a new concept, leading to much more of a stable structure for you. 1 and 4 is 5, 5 is change. Now, change, if you want to see it in terms of a beautiful analogy, comes in like the tides, like the currents of water, the currents of emotion. So change is happening, and it's never going to come in such a torrent that you're going to get swept away with it. The tides are cyclic. The tides are connected to the moon. You are guiding this change through your intuitive response. And so you are in rhythm with what is happening, although you may recognize that, although it may feel like a very solitary space you're in right now. But remember, the seahorses are about finding balance in a situation that is imbalanced. And they're about courage, and they're about being present in the moment. And they're about looking at the past to recognize, to understand, to reflect, to release. And they're about looking forward to the future with a new emotional gravitas, a new emotional pull, but with a much more of a balanced perspective about you and about this relationship as well, and what you intend, what you desire to do about it. And my throat is going, so I am feeling there is a lot to be said yet. You have a lot to express at this time, and you will express it, and you will do it beautifully. Now, whilst you are in, was left in the bottom of the deck as I picked up the cards, and that's how Spirit works with me sometimes. The Three of Winter, the Three of Swords, and this says the rose-breasted crossbeak. So roses represent love. So I do very much feel that this is with regards a relationship that is painfully it's really weird. It's like it's painfully romantic. There is a sort of, your heart is hurting, but the love is there. And that is the expression I'm getting. So what Spirit is saying with this is there is, alongside the Chariot here, and you've got 3 and 7, and that makes 10, which is endings and beginnings. There is, because of your choice to reflect on the equality of this relationship, there is movement. And it's not just any old movement, darling. This is the Chariot with the Arabian horse. And it's all about balance here. It actually says you can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition that you are receiving. But there is, for you, even in this, I'm going to say, this current state of sadness, remember that you are not sad. You yourself are not sad. You are feeling sad. And that feeling will ebb and flow. And with the ebb and flow, it'll take things with it, and it'll bring things in, just like the current does. So be observant of who has come into your life, who is coming in at this moment in time, being brought with that tide of emotion to support you, and who is moving away at this time to equally, from a soul level, support you. You don't be at all frustrated with yourself if you are taking literally a rest at the moment, a deep rest. And by that, I also mean that your sense of energy feels very depleted and you are desiring of rest. You may need to sleep a little bit more at this time. Take those naps. Sleep is the extraordinary healer. Sleep allows the subconscious and the superconscious to merge and meld, to assist you without the conscious mind and its thoughts getting in the way of it. So it's like a soothing, it's like, I'm getting like I know it sounds silly, like a throat lozenge. It's soothing for you. It's soothing for the soul. So do sleep at this time, my darling. But there is change happening with this relationship with the Chariot, and it is because of your reflection. And you can see here the butterfly representing the transformation. And that's because you are receiving information wherever it's coming from, either through yourself or through others, but it's coming from divine source energy. And it represents wisdom, those wise, intellectual, spiritual downloads of matter. And because of that transfer of information, there is a transformation at this time. And Spirit wants you, within this state of reflection that you're in about the imbalance of this relationship, to really start to feel about what's hitting you emotionally, like that water on the rocks, what's grabbing your attention. Maybe it's a little unpleasant, maybe you don't want to think about it, but something is trying to get your attention within your emotions. And spirit, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, one and the same, always talks first and foremost to us through our emotions. And now you've got the moon. Again, number 1 and 8. This is about a new approach, again, a new concept, a new awareness that has come through observation about the actions that you're going to take forward, despite what you may be feeling are obstacles. And this lynx is very relaxed and is on the bend of this river. So as things are turning for you, as I'm getting literally the tide is turning, the water is going out to the sea, as the tide is turning for you, trust that you don't yet need to know your plan. Trust that the plan has not yet presented itself to you. The perfect plan delivered in the perfect way by the universe has not yet delivered itself to you. Trust that when it does, that unseen way, that unseen path, that unseen concept approach, that it will come to you at exactly the right time for you to act upon it with a full knowing that it feels right. Until that time, focus on that state of rest you're in, focus on the support that you're receiving from others. Understand that things behind the scenes energetically are moving. Everything's moving for you. This is your universe, my darling, and everything is going to be revealed soon. So, don't try not to worry at this time. And the last card I'm pulling for you is the 7 of Pentacles. And you've got here the cow looking almost like looking down the camera lens here. So there is a focus on you at this time, okay? And if you can imagine the camera being that sort of lights, camera, action, and you're directing, you're acting, you're producing all of this. So look to see with the 7 of Pentacles, perhaps with the grass, what you haven't noticed before about the change that's happening. Because I do feel, although you may be very upset about something at this time, change is happening for your greatest good. So whether that is to shift this relationship into much more of an equal relationship because of your change in energy, you've commanded it, you're commanding the respect of it, or it's going to it's shifting out of your life. Look to see with a gentle approach, with a calm, nurturing approach for yourself, what perhaps has been growing under your feet whilst you haven't noticed in this 3 of Swords moment. What's been growing under your feet? What has appeared in your life as if by magic? What are the first signs of change for you? That's the 7 of Pentacles here. And wherever you have been investing your time and your attention and your effort, and I come back to this equality card here with the seahorse about balancing within emotions, is now being reflected back at you. So I feel, and look, oh my goodness, I do love this. Look at this. So now, where are we? Seahorse on the bottom of the deck, and I will definitely finish there because the next card's turned over. You, my darling, have got the seahorse from another deck. So because of you recognizing what is imbalanced, recognizing within yourself that doesn't feel right, perhaps recognizing the other, that they are who they are, not as a reflection of perhaps what in the past you might have thought was a reflection of yourself. No, they are who they are. They are doing the best they can. And recognizing in them the same essence, the same soul, the same divine source as you, is also at the same time blessing them for who they are and where they are, and blessing you for who you are and where you are. And what that means within that moment, which is so beautiful, is that you are presented them by the universe, either them in a different shift, in a different change, in a different energetic approach, something that is balanced, something that is recognizing you, somebody that is loyal and supportive and sees you, or you're going to or you are going to receive their equivalent by your divine right within that perfect plan, my darling. And that is so beautiful to come out from here. So you are within this state of love and understanding it. You are going to receive that love, or an equivalent love will come in for you. But I really feel for those of you that have set your intention of understanding this person and literally saying, blessing them for who they are, you've let go of all resistance, and there is nothing to resist anymore, and the universe is responding to you. So much love to you. I look forward to doing another reading for you next, well, for next month, probably the next couple of weeks. In the meantime, the weeklies will be starting tomorrow, and you have the dailies too. So much love, my darlings. Take care and enjoy the rest of the day on June the 6th, wherever you may be. Lots of love. Bye-bye.